Hello, mi gente. How are we doing? This week for me has been a rough week, a heavy one actually. I just recently had my grandfather pass. Although everyone copes differently, for me, I like to stay busy so I'm not completely sunken in my thoughts. It's kind of deep, right? But usually I'm not one to share my personal feelings. I tend to just bury those emotions, which is not a healthy thing to do mentally or spiritually. Out of respect, I did burn a few candles for the memories we've shared, and in a sense, I'm at peace. But most importantly, I believe he is too. With that being said, Memorial Day is around the corner, and I thought it would be fitting to light a candle for those brave women and men that have passed fighting for our country. For those that aren't familiar with Memorial Day, essentially it is an annual federal holiday observed by Americans with honoring and mourning military personnel. And once more, I'd like to say Happy Memorial Day for those celebrating. Although this is a spiritual channel, I am going to be going over the spirit animal. And without further ado, I will talk about the deck, a little bit about the author as usual. So let's begin. So Colette Baron-Reid is the author for this deck. She is from Toronto, Canada, but she does travel quite immensely in between her homeland and US. Since she still very much publishes decks, her recent release was the Shaman's Dream Oracle. It was released in March of 2021. This deck, however, was released in late of 2018. Colette is widely known among one of many spiritual authors. Her publishing is available in 27 languages and has a global online learning platform for Oracle School within 26 countries. The artist responsible for these beautiful images is Jenna de la Groctalia, which I apologize if I'm saying that totally incorrectly, but I think I nailed it. She is also from the US. She is a self-taught artist from New York. She has more work in Oracle cards along with Colette, but I will leave her info in the bottom if you like to check her out. So this is a Hay House Publishing. This being a 68 card, there's quite a lot of cards. Usually any other deck has around 40-ish cards, it being an oracle. These cards are matte with a standard size. They do not have a colored edging, but they have a nice stock feel. The guidebook is chunky and it has its interpretations, an oracle message, and of course a protection message on here, and all of them go along for that as well. So the box is a great storage. It does not take a lot of room, unlike my box in the last video in the Inside Tarot. Opens up, you got this little. Overall, the messages are simple. They're great for beginners. Colette does have more oracle cards. These are one of the first cards that I got, I think, from her collection itself. I did have the Enchanted map, but I had to give away that one because I was not entirely connected to it. In other words, some images I loved, and some of the images or at least some of the oracle cards I was just not getting it. I don't know if that's just me, but I think it's just kind of pick you. But yeah, but I gave those away to a girl that was starting oracle and tarot cards, so I thought, you know what, let me just give them to her. I think it was just kind of giving me a feeling that they belong more to her than it did to me. Yeah, so I think that's it for this video. Let me know if you have this deck, or if you plan on purchasing it, or if you already have it in your collection and you thought about getting it. What do you like about it? What do you dislike about it? Let me know. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be coming out with more videos as usual. And I think that's it, mi gente. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Bye.